Hi, I'm Pat Goodman. I'm the Cabrinha kite designer. I'm here to introduce to you the 2026 Drifter Kite.
Good.
Okay?
Yeah.
Who is this kite for? This is our dedicated wave kite, also strapless freestyle and hydrofoiling. The reason that it excels in all three of those disciplines is because of its slackline drift capability. The kite tends to sit a little bit further back in the window and will follow you or lead you the way on the waves, and also it'll stay in front of you when you're going downwind on a hydrofoil, for instance. It's a new compressed design that's really short in the height of the kite, but it's got the same projected aspect ratio and span that the previous kites had. This gives it a really snappy, dynamic, quick steering that is just a completely different feeling from the older drifters. As all of the Apex kites in the 2026 range for Cabrinha, they make use of the Ultra HD leading edge material, which is a coated fabric rather than an impregnated fabric. It has a polyurethane finishing rather than a melamine finishing, which gives it a very resilient and snappy comeback on anytime it's twisting during steering and everything. Its response is really lively and kind of interactive with you. So we use stiffer materials in the struts and places where you need total locked-in profile shape, for instance. But in the leading edge itself, it's very soft on the bias, and so it twists really easily, making that. But not only does it twist, but it twists and it snaps back. So that rebound and resilience is what gives it a really snappy recovery from the turns. So the turn initiates the twist, and then it snaps back on its own and goes right back to the beginning. So you get this really dynamic steering that is hard to get from a melamine-based Dacron. There's a couple of key points about the Drifter bridle system that's different from the other kites. We only use 4 attachment points to the leading edge because we want to have not quite as much support in the arc shape, but we want to have more freedom for the kite to twist and maneuver really quickly, so you have a very reactive surf kite. Also, the bridle is very short, so that in case of getting washed in the surf or doing a somersault or tumbling around when you're foiling or something, you steer towards it too much. Basically, it keeps the bridle from getting wrapped around the wingtip, which is a real safety feature. So especially in a case of you're using it in a school, this is very handy so you don't get tangles when the student drops the kite so much in the water. You can see from this view the actual compressed squat design, as we call it. You'll see that the kite has a very conventional projected span and aspect ratio, but in this view you'll see that it's actually very short. So what happens is the way it steers off the wingtips is much more reactive and snappy feeling than one that has more legs in the arc shape, let's say. The new airframe inflation valve is very convenient, mainly because it accommodates any hose in the industry right now without any kind of adapter or anything needed. It's a one-way valve so that you don't lose air on the inflation section of it, but it's also a dump valve at the same time. You can still get feedback from the pump if you go really slowly on your pump stroke to get the pressure when you're looking at your pressure gauge, but there's no escape of any air in here because of the one-way valve. But the main thing is the bayonet connection accommodates all the hoses in the industry. You never get at the beach, forgot your hose and asked to borrow your friend's hose and it doesn't fit. It will fit everything that's readily available in the market right now.